Hello everybody. We have reached that part of the quarter where I will suggest that you get familiar with the grade calculator that I've set up for you as an Excel file, actually a Google spreadsheet that you can convert into an Excel file by going to the home page. So I'll do that right now just to show you where it is. Go to the home page, and this works for both Accounting 1B and Accounting 1A. Both courses that I'm teaching in the summer have a similar setup. If you go to your home page, at the bottom here, below the calendar, you see the link to the grade calculator for each of your classes. So here's 1A, and if I go to the home page for Accounting 1B, you will see the same thing for Accounting 1B. And on the right side of the screen at the moment, you're looking at the actual grade calculator spreadsheet in Google spreadsheet format there in front of you. And also, if I click on the other tab, you see the same thing for Accounting 1B. Now, in each case, you can simply go to File, Download as a Microsoft Excel file, and then you can use it within Excel. Now, obviously, you are going to be taking a view at your grades, and right now you're looking at the test student account that I use for me as a student. And so the first thing I would do is to check on the view of that page. Some of you might have it based on due date or module sequence. I will recommend that you use assignment grouping. That's easier to follow, I think, because that's how the spreadsheet that I'll be using for the calculation of your final grade will be set up in that same way by group. So I'll do that. You hit apply, and you end up with these groupings by type of assignment. As you can see on the left here, you've got the ATs or the CIs. It is the same thing. For Accounting 1A, we've got 6 of them. For Accounting 1B, I think it's the same thing in this case. We also have the reading checks. They're not completely in order, but it doesn't matter. You can always grab the score that you scored and put it into the spreadsheet. But let's keep going. Here's the homework assignments for 1A, and again, similar approach for Accounting 1B. Here is the scores for hypothetical scores, because I didn't take the exam myself, but I did give myself 100%. And so here's the score for that first midterm exam, and there will be a second one later for midterm number 2, and here's the one for the final. Excel files, Excel projects are not part of your class, so you don't have to worry about it. They're not really assigned. They're just optional if you want to do those, so that's 0. And then you've got these CPs, the postings per week. Notice that even if you have a lot of these missing, the one you actually just get credit for, you get credit for 1. That's what you need for your score, and that will be enough. But I don't have anything for CP2 or CP3. You have CP3. I have 1 for that. No one for 2. Nothing for there's 4. There is nothing for 5, and then obviously we haven't done the other ones yet. So basically, that's how you sort of grab these scores and then you place them into the spreadsheet once you download it. So I'm going to assume that's the case, and again, I'm going to suggest that you only enter your numbers into the yellow cells. Now, before I do that, keep in mind that the score that you see here in your own grade book reflects 2 views. One is with the check mark and without. Notice how it changes. So if I put that again, it's actually your score right now is being based on if you check the box, it will be calculated based on all the assignments up to that point. So at this point, up to week 5 in Accounting 1A, or it will be accounting chapter 14 for Accounting 1B. And so, obviously, I give myself credit for most of the things here, and not 100%, except for these kind of few items that I have missing. So my grade is at A at the moment because of, that's the point at this point in time, and that's my grade. But if I actually then base these scores on the overall quarter, even the ones that we haven't done yet, then I uncheck it, and obviously I'm not doing well yet because we're not there yet. We have a lot of points to still score in or submit work for. So then that's really the one you'll be using for your final grade. And so at the end of the quarter, you'll be unchecking this box. Now this spreadsheet here on the right side, it is based on the same on the unchecked version of that view of that page, of the gradebook page. So this is looking at your overall grade for the quarter. So again, looking at my own scores, I will put them, using 1A. I'm gonna put obviously give myself 100% on everything at the moment, just to kind of make it easy. And I'm using only the yellow cells. And so for reading checks, I have a base of 10 for all of them, 10 questions, 10 points. Only RC6 will have 9 only, and so that's the reason I have these scores here. I'm maximizing my scores as if I did 100% on everything. Same thing with my homework assignments. I'm going to assume I got 100% on all of these, and so I just put in the base amounts or base numbers in each case. I'm also going to give myself 100% on the exams. And also I'm going to give myself 100% on each of the postings. So as you see, the score at the bottom changes. And so it shows 107 points total. Now, that's because we haven't yet dropped the ones that I have to drop based on the syllabus. And so as a reminder, I put it right there. You have to drop one of these manually. So what that means is this: I'm going to just drop, since they're all 100%, I can drop the lowest, which will be any of these in this case. So I'm going to just delete the last one. That's one drop, and I also have to drop 2 from the homework, and I'll do that. Once I do that, again, I scored 100% on everything. My final score at the moment is 100%. And 100% means, obviously, an A, based on the standard scale. So this is how you will be using your grade calculator to kind of work with your, at least estimate your final grade. Obviously, in your case, you're going to have to put in here your known scores and maybe possibly your estimated scores that you project out. Hopefully this proves useful for you in terms of your following of the last few weeks of this quarter. And if you have any questions, as always, you can always inbox me, or better yet, do the office hours discussion thread. Take care. Thanks.